I definitely didn't sleep well last night. I brewed some strong coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering. She eventually wanders into the kitchen. Hey, I thought about what you said last night. I should have texted you. I said I was going to do it, and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it. I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. Well, I'm sorry for freaking out on you. You're an adult now. Kinda, depending on what country we live in. I shouldn't have gotten so worked up. It's just that I love you so gosh dang much. Team Kobold. Team Kobold. Amanda gives me a hug. You want some eggs? You know it. Sprinkle some cheese on them. Oh, fuck, I want scrambled eggs. Dad!
Yeah!
Bless you. Amanda scarfs down the eggs in the time it takes me to wash the pan. Alright, I'm off to school. Smell you later, Dad. Wait, one more thing before you go. What? What's Dadbook?
Aww.
It's a social media platform. Wait. What? What's a social media platform? Dad, I have to go to school. Come on, Amanda. I'm an old man. I can't put together a Dadbook profile on my own. All right. I'll help you sound interesting on the internet. Amanda spends the next couple of minutes setting up my profile on Dadbook, which it turns out is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood.
Aww.
All right, Pops. We got to fill out your profile. Let's get some likes and dislikes. Oh, here we go. On Friday night, you were most likely to. Oh, here we go. Polish and sort my coin collection. Netflix and grill, baby. Fall asleep watching the History Channel. Torment my children with dad puns. Sink into blissful oblivion. Torment my children with a dad's pun. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? My trusty grill. My lost shaker of salt. From Margaritaville, of course. Castaway on DVD for instructional purposes. A boat, obviously. I don't need anything. My survival skills have trained me for this day. A boat? Obviously. I've been searching for that lost sacred of salt, though, for a long time. I'm going for that boat, though. What are your turn-ons? I'm starting to wonder about this website. Handy J's? Strong dad arms. Strong dad arms. Tennis shoes with long white socks. A well-manicured lawn. Street smarts. Top-tier grillmanship. Comfortable with crying. Well, it's a toss-up between the strong dad arms. I want a strong-arm dad. Strong-arm me, Dad. I'm going to go with comfortable with crying. What did you want to be when you grew up? Technical writer for manuals and instructionals. Salty boat captain. Pro skater who's also an astronaut. A good I wanted to be the president of space. What's your favorite movie genre? War documentaries. Sean Connery's entire filmography. Anything on Laserdisc. Romantic comedies. Whatever will make me cry. Or old comedies that haven't aged well. This dad likes anything on Laserdisc. I gotta go with the Laserdisc. Make me fucking old. What's your ideal date? This seems like a dad dating site. What's this about? Arson. What do you never leave home without? Arson. A sensible cardigan. My sick vape. A book of word jumbles and a pen. A cool knife. My cripplingly low self-esteem. I frequently forget my phone's keys and wallet at home. I'm going to go with a cool knife. I spent a lot of time thinking about conspiracy theories, how proud I am of my child, potential ends of the world, if I'll ever be able to love myself as much as I love my grill, when I can get my next cup of coffee, or lawnmower modifications. End of the world. Profile complete. See, that wasn't so bad. Yeah. It was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day on here just looking at dicks.
Yes.
You should message one of them, or more than one of them. All these dads seem pretty interesting. Okay, I promise I'll make some friends. Amanda gives me a hug. Go get him. Blech.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Dads, 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 dads. Dads. Oh yeah. How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. On Friday nights, you're most likely to listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my latest specimens. If you had one thing to take onto a desert island, what would it be? A coffin. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. What's your favorite movie genre? For an art house horror. I like the German stuff. Are you familiar with H.R. Giger? He's the best. What's your ideal date? It's night. We are at an industrial darkwave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. Oons, 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 oons. What do you never leave home without? An upside-down cross. I spent a lot of time thinking about mortality salient. Fuck! Damien, I feel you, man. So Damien... So here's the thing. Let me show you something. I want to show you something real quick. How do I back up? So Brian is me on the outside. Damien is me on the inside. Brian is me on the outside. Damien is me on the inside. And I have the good taste of Matt. I'm gonna go message Damien. Hey there, ding dong. Damien seems really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's Dadbook page and type out a message. Hey, dude, you seem cool. We should hang out some, Tim. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien is typing. But then he keeps typing and typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Dadum. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter, for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. Oh wow, there's more. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours, humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I want that D. Hey, Amanda. Amanda pops out of her room. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she'd been crying. Amanda, do you have pink eye again? Hey, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Oh, little one. I just found out the succulent I've been watering and singing to for the last few months was actually made out of plastic. Honey, baby, sweetheart, everything in life is fake. All that you love is an illusion. Even the dirt was fake. Oh, honey. I'm so sorry about your plant. I can buy you a new one if you want. That's sweet, but I rescued that plant and now I know it's fake. She clenches her fist with determination. I'm still gonna love it no matter what. Fuck yeah. Is this what being a parent is like? Yes, sweetie. I love you, even though you're not real. But seriously, you know you can talk to me about anything, right? Yeah, that's why I'm sharing my succulent woes with you. Oh, okay. Just, remember, it's okay to be sad. Also, remember that I love you very much and only want what's best for you. All right, jeez. Don't make me cry again. Can you help me with something?
Oh.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. Ew, Amanda, yucky. No, can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer to Amanda. She squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand net speak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is the hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever and decided they need to go back to bring it to the 1800s. So, what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regard to your upcoming debutante ball? All right, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me. Aren't you?
Huh.
Like, the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B, though. Welcome to the squad, Keeper. Great. So, what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Lol, you want to fuck. Enter. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Dada. She smiles. Hit send. Well, suppose that's that. Oh my god. Welcome to Castle Bloodmarch. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat head's door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home. And I take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil paintrets. Wow, it's like a portrait in a painting, of whom I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. I love this house. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in this painting staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Dadum. A pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, I'm sorry. There was a draft. Bird Mom, are these your paintings? Oh, they're so good. They're good. Good paintings, Bird Mom. This one I like particularly. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Then he pulls his cape back and 3 fireballs fly out. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again, for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest.
Ah,
Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? Oh my god. If I were him, I'd be so tilted about the kid ruining his aesthetic. That's my son's room. You know how rebellious the teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see.
ah.
We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor to ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly proud of this room. You know, Dadum, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youths into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. What you hold in your hands is the second edition of a book by Mark Reinhagen called Vampire: The Masquerade. It's a special edition, released only in Germany. It is my prized possession. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Fuck.
Oh my.
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back on the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Fuck. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I could pin you to something. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. Ah, the pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn. Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Well, hey, buddy, I do love a good gaze. I love the gaze. The gaze. Gaze. Gay. Gay stuff. Can we make out already? Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to the sitting room, where the finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful, tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-baked chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. Oh, Damien, don't cry. I'm not crying. What do you mean? Well, I figured, with all the tears. I can't believe we're having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers both to the later time of day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they are served. Oh. My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. I guess I just got served. I like your cape. It's a cloak, actually. I have straight up had this conversation with somebody. One day, while wearing my cloak, I went into the liquor store to purchase some liquor. The man at the liquor store said, "Hey man, I like your cape." I opened my mouth to say, "It's a cloak, actually," but the dude at the liquor store looked at me and was like, "Oh, never mind, that's a cloak." I fell in love instantly and then fled into the night. But thank you. Victorian fashion is very important to me. You pull it off quite well. I bet you he pulls it off well. Oh, thank you. Regardless of my historical leanings, it's very important for me to present myself well. It has taken a long time to come up with a style that's both true to form and representative of myself, but I'm very happy with how I dress. I do get some strange looks, yes, but it's something that brings me a great deal of joy, so I don't mind. To be able to wake up in the morning, pick from my closet a variety of cloaks, waistcoats, top hats, and even binders that are period appropriate feels amazing. You wear top hats?
Huh.
You don't? What got you so interested in goth stuff? Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's... You know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. I don't get this reference. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Oh, it's a My Chemical Romance again. Okay, I don't... Oh, it's the Black Parade from before. Got it. Okay. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. When did that album come out? Let me talk about how old I was when that... Let's see. The Black Parade came out in, 2006. In 2006, I was too old for My Chemical Romance. I didn't get it when I was a teen, when it would have hit me. And 2006 was way too late for me. I was listening to like rap music and going to clubs and shit. I was too old. I'm an oldster. Sorry, kids. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be, admittedly, horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Dadum, do you have any hobbies? Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeons and Dragons! Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing to me. My heart is cold and black, and I'm passionate about nothing. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. I love me some word jumbles. I like watching soap making videos on the internet. I learned how to juggle once. These are all terrible. Soap making videos on the internet. Do you know Tyler Durden? Soap is an important advancement in modern society. And getting rid of germs and stuff, I'd say people who make soap are the true heroes here. To watch them work is an honor. I tried making some with Amanda once, and we both had to go to the doctor for the rashes, which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. We should have eaten the sandwiches. I don't know why we finger them, but... Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it and butterflies flit lazily through the air.
Oh.
My garden. It's beautiful.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously.
Uh.
You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so friends and lovers alike would take bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. If you give someone an azalea, it means you want to give them a BJ. If you give them a rose, you want to go all the way. It's a very complicated language. Here, take this. It's lavender. What does that mean, Damien? Oh, you'll see, motherfucker. You'll see.
Huh.
Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Oh, it's like hanky code. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous, bright orange flower off of a vine.
Oh.
Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? My loins are ablaze. Thou art the tightest. 3 cheers for sweet revenge. That's a My Chemical Romance song, right? I'm not... Dad knows music. You kids like the Macarena? Eh? Thou art the tightest is obviously the choice.
Oh.
Eggplants! Boom.
Ah.
The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangement is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? I like the honeysuckle, if you know what I'm saying. Honeysuckle all night long. They smell real good. And then you can eat the tiniest little drop of nectar when you pull the stem out. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings.
Huh.
Oh, Dadum. Dum 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 dun da da na 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 na. What's that song from? He pulls out a cell phone from his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it.
Huh.
Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. Oh, it's Hitchcock. That's what it is. Nice. Dad's having some throat trouble again. This makes me wish I'd put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start that one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and immediately died. The weed did good, though. Oh, hey, a gargoyle. Oh, no! I knocked over the gargoyle!
Fix that guard.
Oh, fix that garg! Fix the fucking garg! Oh, for fuck's sake! Fuck! Shit! No, that's its head. Oh, fuck! Fuck me! I fucked this garg up. Gargamel! No, it's upside down. How do I... fuck. Oh, God. Phew, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset.
Ah!
Jesus, man. Volume. Dadum, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter I must attend to, so I must take my leave. My coterie requires me. Hey, no problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's a Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, well... His teacher needs me to come to the school post haste. You need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Plus, I might need your blood. I mean, friendship. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. I came here with great celerity. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids are in Trouble rodeo. What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session. I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into the darkness. Watch your step. I hear faint voices drifting up from the basement. They don't sound happy. As I'm led to the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in a boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucien and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucien has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and I see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around.
Huh.
What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucien tried to kill me.
What?
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you and see what happens. I was just trying to amontillado your fucking ass, all right? You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me.
Huh.
Whoa, wait a second, Lucien. Did you try to cask of amontillado Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him, What's cask of amontillado? It's like a really complicated sex move where you take your partner and you put them in an alcove and you brick up the alcove except for one brick, and then you take your pants and you put your... Don't worry about it.
Huh.
It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him to the cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, and buries him alive behind a brick wall.
Oh.
What, you kids never did the amontillado? You just get them in there and just kind of... Whatever. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucien, you tried to do that to him? I'm curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still where you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot. Then he realized that I'd lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes. Dad.
Whoa.
It took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucien was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages, and I read a review of the movie.
Huh?
The Cask of Amontillado, starring Vin Diesel as The Cask. The man known as The Cask has broken out of prison recently, framed for a crime he didn't commit. It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. There's no Mekhi Phifer. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucien to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me, so when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their head in their hands. Right, technically the pronunciation is Amontillado, but that's okay, sure. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature. Lead with the fiction. Fiction first. I don't see a problem here. Alright. I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever the fuck that was again. You two are suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucien high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Los Amontillados. Lucien, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucien immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether you want to go or not. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. I didn't embrace you for nothing. So if you do decide you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too.
Huh.
Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. Can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. It's like he doesn't feel the burning rage of mortal emotions. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard.
Oh.
I love you, son. Lucien continues staring out the window. I love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. Oh my god. The next time... That's such a good idea. The next time you play Monster Hearts, normally people who play the vampire are like, I'm an immortal vampire. I don't have parents. Fuck, it'd be so good if your dad is your maker. Holy shit. Why have I not thought about that? That's so good. Like, you play a vampire, and you're like, I'm a vampire. And then when everyone else is like, I go home to my parents, you're like, I go home to my maker. Oh, that's so good. Nice. Smart, chat. That's great. That's such a good gimmick. I love the vampire. It's my favorite playbook, for sure. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucien hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside.
Oh.
I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's all right. And all things considered, Lucien's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining.
Oh.
There is that. Yes. I really admire how you handle that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him. Plus, I can always use Dominate to control his mind later if he doesn't do what I say. I've got 4 dots in it. You're a good dad. Eggplant cry emoji. Or ejaculate emoji, whichever you prefer. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy.
Ah.
I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition? Oh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both of their heads touching the low ceiling. Told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I'm not pooping outside, Greg. I'm not pooping outside, Greg. I want a Dream Daddy t-shirt that just says, I'm not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucien, since he tried to... He lured Ernest down into the cellar with the promise of a fine vintage and then tried to break him into the wall, right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucien live streamed the entire thing. Bam! Lucien with that IRL views. This entire day is just... Whew. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's real good company and a surprisingly diplomatic dad.
Huh.
I suddenly have this urge to eat bugs, though. I don't know what that's about. You know what? I dig his style too, baby. We went on a motherfucking date. Automotive Care Dad Band Ojo-sama Victorian Basement Afternoon
My
Tea.
dear friend, you've simply taken the egg on this one. Taken the egg is it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so, ultimately, you've won.
I fucking love him. Oh my god. That was some good shit. That's some good shit right there. Thank you, Damien. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull up through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupon today. The nice mail person slides a couple of letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. Takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. It's okay, mail guy. Takes a couple of tries for me to get it in, too. Bow. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. Dunk, dunk, dunk. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. Kind of busy right now. Can you come back later? Looking at porn. Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from the HIA. Immediately, Amanda pushes the door open. Sorry, it's pronounced Hornet. The Hornet Institute for the Art. I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Come to Ornay.
We got this.
Father, please. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That is... Teeth are not tools, Amanda. Teeth are not tools. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. Also, Amanda, what have I told you about making your room look like a video game? Copyright infringement, Amanda. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Well, if it's her dream school, that must mean it's time to take a break. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We'll be right back and we'll find out. A second time. Did Amanda get into school? Will I fuck the vampire? Who knows? Don't go anywhere.